It may look like a mass of wires here for the Digidash system, the dashboard system, but it's just a matter of connecting the wires and the charts to the ones labeled by ISIS. So I've connected the signal-lite ones already, the indicators. I brought the speedometer cable through a grommet here, and the ISIS system up through under the dash over here through a grommet out of the way. So I'm just going wire by wire on the Digidash system, and if the Kozo is used, then it's the same story. It's just matching them up. So off the yellow one, we have the turn light signals, and a lot of these wires end up wanting to be used. Like this brown one is the handbrake, which our handbrake doesn't have a signal on it, which you could if you wanted to. So just cut that one back out of the way. And then there's a purple one in here for fog lights. Again, isn't utilized, an indicator. And then we have a gray one, which indicates high beams, which we do have high beams. And so we'll connect that to the ISIS wire, which are the ones coming out of here, and that one is blue, color-coded blue. So it goes gray to blue. And since this disconnects from the back of the Digidash system, so I can take that out without disconnecting the wires, I don't need to make these disconnectable. I can just make them permanent. And you can make a weather pack, you can directly solder them, you can crimp them, you can use solder crimps, whatever you feel comfortable with. Anything really critical, I make sure I at least use solder crimps on them. But as long as you've got a high quality crimps, then these will be fine. And test every one, and afterwards they make them that have heat shrink also on the outside parts. So after you've crimped them, you're just going to run the heat gun on them and heat shrink the ends to guarantee they're not going to let go. But once you get them, give them a little bit of a pull, make sure they're not loose at all, and you're all set. The green wire coming, the light green power coming out of here is ignition on power, and that's going to go to off the red block of the Digidash. It's going to go to keyed on is the red, off the red. Just be careful on the Digidash because there's 2 other red wires in there that are grouped together with 4 that are like a ribbon, but that's going to the serial cable for the computer. So this one actually has a fuse in it, which we don't really need the fuse because the ISIS wire is fused. But I'm just going to cut that to length. make sure you use a crimper that's got different sizes for different gauges that you're using, along with the crimps themselves. They're normally color-coded, just so you guarantee the crimp. This one on the end has for 14 through 22 and 10 through 12 on the inner part. So those, I'm going to continue with those, and I'll come back to it when it's done.